Hey, everybody, it's June 1st. This is Davina Katulski here, and there's a lot happening in the world. I want to start today's session with one of my favorite prayers that I learned years ago back in a 12-step program, and it's the St. Francis prayer, and you may be familiar with it. It says, Lord, make me a channel of thy peace, that where there is hatred, I may bring love, that where there is wrong, I may bring the spirit of forgiveness, that where there is discord, I may bring harmony, that where there is error, I may bring truth, that where there is doubt, I may bring faith, that where there is despair, I may bring hope, that where there are shadows, I may bring light, that where there is sadness, I may bring joy. Lord, grant that I may seek rather to comfort than to be comforted, to understand than to be understood, to love than to be loved. For it is in self-forgetting that one finds. It is by forgiving that one is forgiven. It is by dying that one awakens to eternal life. I really love that prayer. And I think that prayer can be very helpful to us right now to be a channel of peace in the midst of chaos. And even in the midst of chaos, in the New Thought, Ancient Wisdom teaching, we see the divine in everything. So everything that is taking place is God. Everything that is unfolding is the divine expressing itself, God expressing itself, God knowing itself. God is in all the details. The divine is in all the details. So we know a perfect unfolding. So even in coronavirus, even in peaceful protests that have been co-opted by, detractors and opportunists, and even in looting, God is. That something is taking place, something is shifting, that there's a perfect unfolding, a leveling out, perhaps even. We can't know it. We don't have enough perspective of it yet. We're just in the midst of it. But the divine is in all the details. So we don't call something good or bad. We allow it to unfold. We go into witness consciousness. We observe what's happening. And we claim divine right action and divine right order in the midst of all of it. So I live in Los Angeles, and yesterday, while there were lots of protests and also people looting in various places, yesterday was Sunday, around noon, 11:30 noon, something like that, I noticed a post on Facebook from one of my friends about a sundog that was happening now. And if you're not familiar with a sundog, I'm going to put a picture of one up. I heard about them years ago, right around 2012, I think was the first time I heard about them. Let's see, share screen, how do I get there? Okay, I think that you're seeing that. Yes, okay, so this is a sundog. I've got a bunch of stuff open so that you can see these different things. So this is a sundog over my house yesterday, taken with an iPhone. And you can see it is not as clear on this one, but it's a rainbow around the sun. And I'm going to share with you, there's a Navajo Hopi prophecy of the whirling rainbow. And I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. But I just want you to see this. This was happening at the same time as the riots. And 24 hours earlier in Switzerland, there was another photographer that captured one over the Alps or something. My girlfriend was telling me about that. I haven't seen it yet. But it's interesting that these sundogs are showing up, and you'll understand why when I share with you what they mean. But I just want you to see this picture. This is about 11:30 over my house yesterday. And then it morphed into this. I took this picture. Let's see. a few minutes later. And isn't this amazing? Again, can you see the rainbow around the sun, around the corona? Isn't that what that's called? And I don't know what all of this means. I'm still digesting it, but I'm going to share with you what I do know. So back in 2012 was the first time I heard about sundogs, and they're a mystical harbinger, and the rainbow prophecy. And so I'm going to show you this card next from Jamie Sam's Sacred Teachings of Indigenous Teachings. She does the animal cards, animal tarot deck, and the sacred teachings cards of Indigenous wisdom. And this is card number 8, the Whirling Rainbow, which is a representation of a sundog from the sand paintings of the Navajo and the Hopi in the American Southwest, and unity, wholeness achieved. So actually, hang on one second. Well, I'll read you what if you get this card, or if you see a sundog, what the application in the tarot is of this deck. But then I'll also read you more about the whirling rainbow prophecy. But it says, if you see this, if the whirling rainbow has appeared, you are being asked to remove any type of discord from your life in order to grow. Don't feed the negativity. Look at any lessons being presented at this time and learn from them. Then focus your attention on creating new beauty and abundance in your life. Do not allow yourself to be caught in the quicksand of petty tyrants. A true, worthy opponent will present lessons to make you grow beyond any high drama and into a sense of unity with the self. Other petty tyrants are not worthy of your attention or your energy. You need not take on the issues of others when the discord is due to their lack of unity within themselves. Encircle any discord with the whirling rainbow of peace, and consider the unity you have with Great Spirit when you keep your eye on the goal and your feet on the sacred path of beauty. Remember that any challenges to unity are equal to your ability to overcome them. So what I believe is happening, and what I believe we are seeing, right, with these sundogs and with what's happening in the world with coronavirus and with everything else, is an opportunity for us to practice unity consciousness, an opportunity for us to come back to our connection with ourself and with our source, and to remember that we are all one. In indigenous drumming, Native Americans, Turtle Island here, that's what the United States was called, when they drum a one beat, boom, 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 boom. And it is the beat of oneness for the one heartbeat of Mother Earth. It is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. It is unity consciousness. And I want to read to you what the rainbow prophecy is, because I think it's so important to what's happening right now. Let me see if I can find it quickly here. The legend of the rainbow warriors. Okay, let me see if this is it. Since the early 1970s. Oh, and I should say that what I read you before is from Jamie Sam's book from 1990. It's from 1990. And there's more in it. I should have shared more with you about it, but I highly recommend that you check it out. So since the early 70s, the legend of rainbow warriors has inspired some environmentalists and hippies with the belief that their movement is the fulfillment of a Native American prophecy. Okay, that's actually not what I want to read you, to find something else. But yes, it is true. That is part of it. That the flower children of the 1970s were the first wave to signal in that we were moving, that the rainbow prophecy was going to come to pass. But let me find something here to read you. Sorry to make you wait. Okay, the whirling rainbow prophecy. There will come a day when people of all races, colors, and creeds will put aside their differences. They will come together in love, joining hands in unification to heal the earth and her children. They will move over the earth like a great whirling rainbow, bringing peace, understanding, and healing everywhere they go. Many creatures thought to be extinct or mythical will resurface at this time. The great trees that perished will return almost overnight. All living things will flourish, drawing sustenance from the breast of our mother, the earth. The great spiritual teachers who walked the earth and taught the basics of the truths of the whirling rainbow prophecy will return and walk amongst us once more, sharing their power and understanding with all. We will learn how to see and hear in a sacred manner. Men and women will be equals in the way Creator intended them to be. All children will be safe anywhere they want to go. Elders will be respected and valued for their contributions to life. Their wisdom will be sought out. The whole human race will be called the people, and there will be no more war, sickness, or hunger forever. And that is the Navajo Hopi prophecy of the whirling rainbow. So I think that we have a possibility here, right? We have a possibility to keep focusing on peace and in ourselves and healing and equality and fairness. And we've got to create that. Our society, especially in the United States, is so tipped between the haves and the have-nots. You know, that's why we're seeing what we're seeing right now, because the power differential is so vast. And so we need to do our part to envision what we want to see. So yes, peaceful protest has its place. It's extremely important. But also on the spiritual path, our job is to envision the world that we want to create. So we have to do our own part by going within, by meditating, by envisioning equality and peace, by affirmative prayer, doing our part to anchor that on the planet, to envision that. So my last meditation for you was about creating a new vision for your life and the world. And I'm just going to keep inviting you to imagine that. What's Earth's vision for us? What's Earth's vision for us as human beings? What is the animal's vision for us? Right? How do the animals want humans to be? How can we be with one another? How can we create peace amongst ourselves and create unity consciousness, one world, one family, one people? What do we need to let go of in order to manifest that? What needs to shift? And we may not have, tangible answers, cogent answers to those questions right now. But our job is just to keep holding the vision and asking the question, how can I be one with those around me? How can I be a part of the solution? How can I help create unity consciousness? How can I help create one family, one people, one tribe on this one planet? And that's what we're living into. So it's funny. I tried to print some of the pictures of the sundogs using recycled paper. My printer didn't work, but that's what that looks like. And then here was the rainbow one. But yeah, just life is communicating something to us. Are we going to listen? Are we going to feed the negativity or turn away from it, like this application says? Are we going to focus on the high drama, or are we going to go within and create peace and envision a world where we're all brothers and sisters? Are we going to treat our planet with respect and love and heal the planet? Or are we going to continue to exploit it to our own detriment? Are we going to make the space around us sacred? Are we going to treat our bodies and other people's bodies in a sacred way, in a sacred manner? Are we going to walk in a sacred manner? Are we going to treat Mother Earth as a sacred entity and How can you start? How can you start creating your space a sacred space? How can you start treating your body as sacred space? How can you start treating the ones around you and treating everyone and engaging in life in a sacred manner? How can you, just do that for yourself first and be an example. Be a rainbow warrior. Warriors of the rainbow, living in harmony, restoring harmony to Mother Earth, right? I don't know about you guys. Well, I do, because you're watching this. If you're watching this, I know that this is in your heart too. And I know this is why I came here. So I used to call myself a love warrior because I was engaging in peaceful protest and advocacy to change the laws for LGBT people and create more love in the world, more respect in the world. And that wasn't just for LGBT causes. It was to really be a place of love on the planet. And I'm ready to step into the Rainbow Warrior tribe, and which is not just rainbows for LGBT people. That is rainbow. We are all one. We are all equal. We are all important. So with that, let us take a time now to go into the meditation. Let's go into about 15 minutes of quiet meditation. Just reflecting on what it means to be a peaceful rainbow warrior. Walk in Native tradition, warrior means that you walk in a sacred manner, you live your life in a sacred manner. If you're not living in a sacred manner, you couldn't be a warrior. You weren't allowed that honor. So let us envision and imagine and invite our highest selves to identify what it means to be a warrior of the rainbow, to walk in a sacred manner, to live in a sacred manner, and to anchor harmony and peace on our planet. One people, one tribe, one planet. Or as Bob Marley would say, one love. Okay, so let's go within now for 15 minutes of silent meditation. Just invite you to make yourself comfortable and allow your eyes to close, tuning out the world of appearances and tuning into the timelessness of spirit, to the oneness, to infinity, the infinitude. Oh, it's a high vibration. I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it. Ooh, my whole third eye and crown chakra are buzzing. Yes. Let's say yes to life. So grateful for meditation, which just allows us to go within where the answers lie and to connect with that peace. During these times of discord and even in times of rest, it's important for us to keep coming back to ourselves, to the quiet, and to our heart, and relaxing, calming our body. So thank you for taking the time to be with me today. Feeling very peaceful right now, a little floaty. And if there's anything that you would want to hear me talk about or do a meditation on, please feel free to send me a message and let me know. I'm just kind of going with my own guidance at this point. But if there's something in particular that you would like a meditation on, let me know. Folks have asked me to do a full past life regression meditation, and I don't feel comfortable doing that because that's something that I do one-on-one, and I don't think it's as good of an experience to just put a meditation out there. I'd rather guide it with folks. But if there's something other than that, I'm happy to do that with you. All right, well, welcome to June. Please continue to take good care of yourself, your mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.